7 things I love about living in Chicago. For me, Chicago isn't just a city, it's home. I'm sitting here right now. From its diverse neighborhoods to rich history and iconic landmarks, Chicago has shaped who I am today. Number one is the friendliness. First up, the overall friendliness here is something else. Compared to other big cities I've been to, Chicagoans have this Midwestern hospitality that makes you feel a little bit more at home. So if you're going to a local coffee shop or going down the lakefront trail, you always feel a more general warmth about the people around you. Number two is that we're all in this together in the winter. So let's talk about the Chicago winters. They're brutally cold, but there's something special about how we handle them all as Chicagoans. There's this, we're in this together mentality. So you might see neighborhood snowball fights or these winter festivals, but there's this warmth in the air that defies the temperatures outside. It's like we see each other and we all know that yes, winter sucks, but we're doing it together. And there's something that I love about it. Number three is this big camaraderie around sports. The sports here in Chicago. Chicagoans are incredibly passionate. We are incredibly passionate about our teams, no matter the season's outcome. So if it's the Bears, Bulls, Cubs, White Sox, Blackhawks, there's always more camaraderie and support around our teams. So I personally love how you can get into a conversation with anyone according to what their favorite sport is. You can talk to people who are all about the Bears, the Blackhawks, the Cubs, the Sox. And because they're all in different neighborhoods, these big stadiums kind of color. If you're the Bears, the South Loop. If you're on in Wrigleyville, obviously Wrigley Field. If you're on the west side, you have the United Center, and you have a ton of sports teams in a relatively small, given the number of teams we have, small swath of the city. Number four is summer festival season. When summer rolls around, Chicago truly comes alive with a festival. So you have the bigger ones like the Taste of Chicago or Lollapalooza or the Blues Festival, but there's always something to celebrate each and every weekend. And it's not only these big ones, but each individual neighborhood has its own street festival of some kind. They're all kind of the same in my opinion, but they all have a little bit more flavor according to what neighborhood. You have the Old Town Art Festival, and that's what Old Town leans into. You have West Fest, that's West Town. You have the Roscoe Village Festival, and this festival is its own kind of culture in the summer, which I just love. Number five is the Playpen. While we're on the topic of summer, you have to experience the Playpen if you come to Chicago. It's this amazing area on Lake Michigan where boats gather, music plays, and people enjoy the water and the skyline. It's this little floating community where everyone comes to have a good time. It's a little bit of a party vibe. You have to experience it a couple times. Number six is Wrigley Field. If you're a Cubs fan like me, there's something special about the bleachers in Wrigley Field, and it really has nothing to do about the game. It's the atmosphere, the camaraderie. And what's cool about Wrigley Field is it's not just a sports venue, but in the summers, we have these huge acts that come to Wrigleyville for concerts and transforms the energy of not only Wrigleyville, but the city. Number seven is how we compare against other big cities. So let's talk about Chicago's place among the country's greats like New York and LA. Sure, they have glitz and glamour, but Chicago, we're right there with them. And we have world class culture, dining, quality of life that's hard to match. And I love just going toe to toe with any city. So whether you're drawn to Chicago's friendly approach, some maybe our frigid winters, or our love for sports and festivals, you may just like to connect with the overall charm of the city. Chicago has something for you, I promise. So if you're thinking about making a move to Chicago, or if you have any questions about real estate, please reach out and don't forget to like, subscribe, or hit that notification bell for more insights on living in Chicago. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed discovering why Chicago is such an incredible place and my 7 favorite things about the city. Until next time, take care. See you soon.